Oh, Richard Marsland Studios, that's where we are for the next couple of hours, and I tell you right now, it's going to be absolutely sensational.
Where's Duke?
Richmond, of course, take on Fremantle in Perth. Plenty to discuss there. Also, we go to the Chief, who tells us who can ship off. We speak to Gaz about the Melbourne Football Club and some of the noises coming out of there.
What are we speaking to Duke about?
Oh, well, we're going to get to that in just a moment. Hall of Fame, of course, last night, Plugger a legend. All of the good stuff
Come on, Duke.
we're going to
Where's
bring
Duke?
your way. One of the
Duke?
things I have written here is I welcome Garry Lyon, former Melbourne champion.
Hey, Jim.
As I welcome Jason Dunstall, former Hawthorn champion.
Jim,
And,
yes.
of course, the people
What?
that are worried, the number one newsbreaker in the Cape Up.
And as we welcome Luke Darcy.
Well, Gary,
What?
this is what I have down here. I've got all of these things we need to discuss, and one of the things we have to discuss are standards.
Come on,
Exactly.
And some issues at clubs.
That's right.
Like, of course, the Gold Coast Suns, who have had to drop Dixon and Martin
Yeah.
because they nicked a bottle of red before the game.
And didn't pay for it,
That's
dickheads.
it, and decided not to pay for it. And Chrissy Yarran, of course, who didn't turn up,
Well,
and
I hadn't
therefore
turned up all year on time.
that's it. So they've had to bloody front up at 4 a.m. and swim. So these are the standards that are expected of high-quality professional sportsmen and people.
And what that is a reflection on leadership. And if you respect your leaders,
That's it.
it doesn't happen.
So where are we at with this bloke?
So have we heard from the human flagpole or not?
Well, Chief, you and I have been hard at it since 5. We've been going through the website.
Prepping, correct?
Prepping, got Warrior in to ask us questions to practice.
I've been doing the rush hour and then
Yep.
preparing. So where is Mr. Squiggle?
Well, I don't know, but the last I knew, the drive from Hawthorn, which I do,
Every day.
every single day.
Not that taxing, is it?
Well, not overly taxing, Jimmy. No, not really. And,
And he
You
would
do
know
make
it.
sure you get to where you're going to be.
well,
very
what I do
early,
is I
Garry.
understand
Always
traffic
early.
flow. I understand traffic flow. And what you know what today is? You know
It's
what
a Friday
Friday is?
night peak
No,
hour.
you know what it is? It's a Friday, the long weekend.
Long weekend.
So you factor that in, Warrior. You go,
Yeah.
right, no, long weekend, okay. So
Leave 10 minutes
a
earlier.
lot of people will be going out the freeway, going on a long weekend holiday. Therefore, I won't just fall asleep on the couch and have Beck run around making me bloody breakfast and dinner and eat chia seeds and all that sort of bullshit
You know what
that he
this
does.
is, Gary? In my view, you know what this really underscores?
What?
He's a Hawthorn pretender, Duke.
Get
He hadn't grown up there. He
No,
doesn't understand it.
that
He doesn't
is
understand the
Back
trip.
to the other side of the river.
never
That's it.
seen a
Chip
more
off, yep.
fish out of water.
That's it.
He
He's
might
a
have got
setting boy.
he might have got caught held up cleaning pipes.
Well, let's
With his
might
head.
we might have a phone call on this exact topic. So, and hopefully this person's ready to climb into the Duke because it's unacceptable, his behaviour so far. Who have we got here?
Traffic chaos in Melbourne.
Ah.
This is unprecedented.
Oh,
I left an hour and 25 minutes ago.
Bullshit, Duke.
come on.
No,
Duke,
and
I come from exactly the same suburb as you do, so don't try this on. This is just unacceptable and undisciplined.
well, old Harry back, he might have left 3 hours ago, but, mate, I left at the same time I leave every time to get to Triple M. I do this drive every day.
There's your first mistake.
there's your problem. It's a long weekend, pencil.
Well, mate.
Well, mate, what?
I got on at Toorak Road. It was 55 minutes until I got
I'll tell you what
there.
you'll be doing, pencil. You'll be down the beach tomorrow at 6 with Chris Yarran. That's where you'll be.
Come on,
I
Lakey.
do-
You're better
I
than
tell you
that.
what I do. I'll get in a nice bath Monday at the MCG because I appreciate that we need to do something. But the great news is everyone will be listening because they will be in traffic with me. Get 2 hours of the rub, and I'm still 45 minutes away.
Listen to
Well,
this.
listen. This is what happens, old pencil Nick. When you're not here, and I tried to hold these other 3 off, but it got to 5 to 6, and they said, that's it. And they raided your desk like I've never seen it being raided. And we've come up with something that puts your last list of demands into the shade. Big time.
Mate, I tell you what, if anyone wants to go with the same sort of crap you've been going with,
I promise we are.
come in and I'll...
I promise we are,
take a few
pencil.
down.
The handmade item, Gaz?
I've never seen anything like it, Chief. I've never seen anything like... Listen to
A
Golf
one-off,
Bag
a
laughing.
one-off specifically designed for the Duke.
I can't believe it.
Duke,
Hey.
we're only on for 2 hours. You're planning to miss one of them.
There's no certainty I'll be there in the second hour, Jim, the way I'm going as well. I've turned off the freeway. I'm on Swan Street at the moment. I'm going nowhere.
Okay. Tell me exactly where you are, given I am a walking Melways.
I'm right at the front of a hotel called the Precinct Hotel.
Oh,
He's having a couple of coldies.
He's just got in his car.
There it is.
There we
There's
go.
a big line up there, people trying to get in from everywhere, and I might
Listen
just
to
stop
this.
there, and that might see me out, I think.
Well,
Darcy, you're a big
disgraceful.
advocate for leading teams. Why don't you get it out on the table as to what you think we should do to you? Because otherwise it will be left in Chiefs' hands and it's not going to be nice.
Yep.
Look, I'm really comfortable with the fact that this is a one-off traffic nightmare.
shouldn't
and, my preparation, mate, in 8 years, this has never happened before. Never, ever not turned up on time.
I'm looking at 4 blokes here who are on time and were able to get themselves here. That's all I'm seeing.
And I'm looking at 4 blokes who don't do a lot during the day.
You're not looking at
this is man. It finishes at 9 o'clock.
Exactly
I
right.
might-
anything. Hey, Duke, you're not looking at anyone. You're listening to it, mate.
I know the size of your melon, Chief. I can get a
He's getting abusive now, so he's losing.
Come on.
He's losing.
Yeah.
And you know, Chief, that when you, Duke, you can say what you want, mate. But you're going to hang up in about a minute, and we're going to go for another 50 minutes on you. So get it all
It's the
out.
only bloke that can put his head in a coin slot without rubbing his ears.
I might have been there at about 5 o'clock this morning, sitting in that studio, carrying the whole station. That's exactly what I was doing. So.
Come
Hey,
on.
Duke.
Tell your story, walking pencil.
Hey,
Where do
Duke,
you go?
Duke, that wasn't a bad. That wasn't a bad one from.
You can ship off too.
You better wait for that segment too, Duke.
Well, Duke, I'd be getting here quick, smart, toot sweet if I were you.
Unless this car turns into a chopper, Jim, there is no way.
Well, that's how you normally get around.
How I should be getting around from now on. I tell you what, I'm about to lose. There'll be a road rage incident in a minute. Someone cuts me off.
So yeah, there's some former Footscray stroke Western
know-
Bulldogs men,
Well,
fine men,
and you know
who
who's
will
at
be
the
disgusted.
head of that pack, don't you? This is Ackermanis style.
Yes,
this
it
is.
is.
This is real Ackermanis-like
Because
behaviour.
they don't like each other.
They don't, and Duke has been critical, but
That's
now he's
it.
living those same
The
behaviours.
standards.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, don't
Although
worry.
Acker was never late. He just said too many things.
Yeah, well,
Well, anyway, I'd get here quick, Duke, and when you do, pick up the food, and also get us a drink.
He did send a group text.
Yeah, he did. You can't repeat it.
3 words.
3 words, yep.
Which one can you use of those?
The
two?
last one's a noun. There's a verb as the second one.
get the first.
Gets the sort of firsty. Yeah, all right. So, well, Gary, you're judged by your behaviours in life,
So, Jim, it's
your
not,
actions.
it's the easiest thing in the world to be on time. I'm telling you. If he had left, if he had any inkling that the, so what you should do on a weekend, let me give him the advice while he's listening.
Yes.
Pencil, and if you actually see him driving around the Lexus, make sure you get your head out the window and give it to him.
That's it. Pile into him.
On Swan Street. On a busy traffic weekend, you Google map where you're going to go.
That's it.
And that will tell you what the traffic's like. 'Cause it comes
Yes.
up as a red, like a really red line. Did you know that, Warrior?
No, I just.
Well, you don't,
I don't
because you
use
only
it.
live 2 metres away. But if you any doubt, and when Friday night long weekend, that's what you're doing, you go, okay, I'll leave at 4.
I've got another thought on it as well, as exactly what you said, which is spot on.
Yes,
and
I
that
know.
is that a man of character
Yep.
and integrity,
Yep.
when he's cocked it up as badly as the Duke has,
Put your hand up.
immediately.
That's what you do.
Like the first sentence he says is, "Boys,
I'm so sorry.
I'm apologising unequivocally. I have completely cocked this up, and I've let you down in the process, and I'm late.
right.
And all I can do is say I'm sorry, and I'll get there as quick as I can."
The
good point,
alternative, Jim,
But there was
the
not.
alternative is just to be the world's biggest flog.
Yeah,
And just think you can get away with it and run the shop willy-nilly.
Well,
It's a good point, Jim.
well,
takes
we
the heat
we
out of
heard
it.
none of that.
It takes the heat out of it. But that
course.
requires a degree of humility.
Yeah, well, he should have plenty.
And leadership.
So I'm on realestate.com at the moment, and there's
Respect.
a nice little place at Seddon. I think we ship him back there.
Well, this
Which
is
is nothing wrong with it, but
No.
that's probably where he deserves
This
to be.
is the great Winston Churchill quote, of course. Purple, a man from the other side of Parliament passed away, and a gentleman speaking on the deceased behalf said he was a humble man. At which point Sir Winston Churchill leant in and said, and had much about which to be humble. So I think that's what we're talking about with the Duke. And he can get here when he gets here, and he can get us some food and a drink, and when we feel like it, we'll let him on.
And I'm keen to know what he thinks we should do, or what he should offer himself by way of sanction, Jim.
Well-
Because it's you're the leader, and
No, I
while I
don't.
said it might be Chief's responsibility, it's
the-
probably yours.
Well, the pack.
There's nothing like
Let's
a group,
get to the
nothing
pack.
like a group pile in to get the pack up and
Well,
about.
what are they giving us?
Not,
Take suggestions, Wolf.
not complimentary.
Well,
Use the tram flog. Doesn't he travel by chopper now? Tool.
That's it.
What sort of flog uses the Monash on a Friday night going from Hawthorn?
Yep.
P155 Port Duke, absolutely. From Daniel Price.
Righto, we'll keep coming with them.
Glove sale must be a glove sale at Louis Vuitton.
I like it.
Unbelievable. So anyway, that's what you cop.
No, you get no love. And he's brought this on himself, Gary. This is as simple as that.
That's it.
And there's no point in cutting up rough either. We won't broke any of that.
I hope he cuts up rough. And he'll cut up rougher when he finds out what we've found.
That's it.